They're speaking, Maximus and Marcus Aurelius are speaking this language, this virtuous warrior language that Commodus can't utilize.
Yes.
Right. But what's comical throughout the movie is Commodus is trying to use that language to speak to the masses.
Yes.
Which is why when you're in, like, we're speaking about rank test.
Yeah.
When you're testing for that rank, there are standards that you have to meet. And you have to meet them, period. Doesn't matter. You have to meet the standards. Not because it's me going, I am the president and I decide that these are the standards. Yes, that's part of it. But I'm the one that has to hold the line for the hundreds of other people who have come before you and met those standards.
Because what does it mean to all of those other people when someone else goes, well, Gene, can I just do these 3 moves?
I got
and
chills
get the rank?
just thinking about all the other people. Like, but it's a real thing though, man. Like,
this is real shit.
If I lower the level, I lower it for everyone. And then all the people that have come before you, I'm letting them down.
Not only are you letting them down, you're disrespecting their work.
Disrespecting the past.
You're disrespecting their
15
lives.
years of,
like all the blood, sweat, and tears, and late nights, and early mornings, and conversations, and cries that they've done to whatever. Because you don't really know what anybody had to do to get prepared to get that rank. And whatever it is they're having to do, you immediately you're saying in an instant, it don't matter.
Yeah. All this, I will literally fight you over that. I mean,
as you should.
But it sounds silly. I've never had to, but like, if you're not willing to do that, it's not real.
But it makes me wonder.
It's what takes us to make it real.
It makes me wonder in this climate if that is what we're creating.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. I feel like we're creating a climate where they're like
virtues and standards don't matter.
Standards don't matter. I can just make up a new one.
It feels like it.
Like whenever I want. Excuse me.
Feels like it.
Like the gladiator thing, you know. But I have other virtues, Father. So the fuck what? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're not even making any sense. There's 4 cardinal virtues.
Yeah.
Whatever you say after I didn't have any of these on my list is moot. Because that's the reason why I'm choosing Maximus. Because here's the other part. You know he has the virtues. And you're jealous. And I've given you every opportunity since you was a little snot-nosed little kid to get off that bullshit and get some fucking virtues.
And you haven't done it.
But instead, you go, but I have other virtues. Yeah. Gene, I'm going to do these 3 moves and I'm going to get that black belt and you're going to give it to me.
Yeah. No, sir.
No, I'm not.
No, sir. You will have to pry it from my dead hands.
Yeah, you would.
Literally,
seriously.
You will.
People, I was watching this conversation with Ezra Klein and Ta-Nehisi Coates last night for dinner. I'm a nerd. And I was literally watching all these dinner. And he, in that conversation, they were just talking about this place we're talking about where are we creating this where there's no lines, there's no. And I remember Ta-Nehisi Coates said in that interview, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was kind of saying like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? How do we function from here? And essentially, Ta-Nehisi was like, yo, you got to toe the line. Like, what? There's no, like, you don't go. It's funny. I want to ask you that. I was talking to somebody the other day, because what's happening now in the entrepreneur circles that I'm in conversations that I'm having with people, I'm starting to hear more people say, well, this is how it's going to be. Then we gotta, adapt.
Okay.
Right. And I was telling a friend of mine, this is just Tuesday. I was like, I mean, I feel you, and if we were talking about like a tax law being changed, or we were talking about, the mileage rate going up, there's some things that I think are negotiation points. But we're talking about allowing lines of like that should not be crossed. To adapt that for the sake of business.
Right. I know where you're going. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Are you hearing those kind of things? I know I am.
Oh yeah.
And I think that might be because I do, you know, some of my entrepreneur friends like me do business with federal and state agencies. And so they're kind of like, you know, this is how it's going to be. Then, you know, whatever I have to say or do or leave out of a, you know, work or application or proposal or whatever to make to align with the administration to make them feel like I'm not going against them, then that's just the cost of doing business. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I hear you, but where's the line? And I was wondering, just now, like I wonder Gene's hearing that from some of his buddies too. Like
I am.
And this
is a good segue into AI again, but
it really is.
But I do want to touch on something I just read, and like we said, I try to keep, you know, anything that goes on the show apolitical. Sometimes, it is what it is. But like with the government shutdown, we're whenever you're listening to this, right now, it is the day after the first day of the 2025 government shutdown.
Yeah.
But I just read an article where they sent out a out of office template.
Who's they? The federal government?
The Trump administration.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the Trump administration specifically.
Yes.
I mean, all administration right now is Trump administration,
yes.
right? I mean, being
correct.
logical.
Yes.
Anyway, from that cloud that is the Trump cloud, they sent out a boilerplate out of office message, which was basically like, you can look it up, but I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically like, well, I'm not in the office today because of the Democrat government shutdown. And it's like, that's one of those lines that they are trampling all over.
Oh man, just stomping and thumping, and
that doesn't sit well,
man.
And I'm going to tell you, I don't care who it would be, if it were Bill Clinton, Obama, Biden,
it does not
during a shutdown. Which, by the way, there weren't any government shutdowns, just by chance whenever they were in office. But anyway, if they would send everyone a out of office email boilerplate that said because of the Republican government shutdown, I would feel the same way.
I would feel the exact same way. In fact, not only would I feel the same way,
I'd be more mad.
I know I'd probably be more upset, and the opposition would
they would lose
the opposition lost their mind over a president that wore a tan suit.
I was thinking of tan suit. Yeah.
So can you imagine
still talk about
if a email went out telling people that the Republicans shut down? Oh my. Yeah. But again, here we have these slippery.
But you're talking about business, and that's the kind of shit we're talking about.
Yeah, talking about business.
But we started talking about virtues. And talking about the address to the generals and stuff, the warrior ethos.
Yes.
But if you really want to address the warrior ethos, you have to address the virtues.
The 4 virtues are essential to the warrior ethos. Bro, we're sitting on the Warrior Mindset podcast. And I think we need to if there are any listeners, whether it's 2 or 20 or 200, that listen to this message. I'm not even the host of the Warrior Mindset podcast. Gene
do a job for me.
But I am indeed a warrior. You know, one of the things I pride myself on, which is my own personal label, is if you go to any of my bios, particularly on Twitter, you'll say warrior scholar, right? And hip hop and all those other stuff. But like, that is who I've always kind of been, particularly in the last 20 years of my life. And at the heart of the warrior ethos are the 4 principles of character. They are at the center.
Yes.
Without those 4 cardinal virtues, everything else is moot. You got to get the 4 right first.
You name them real quick?
Yeah. Wisdom, justice, fortitude, and temperance.
Temperance is very important.
Temperance.
You know, historically, I talk a lot about like warrior virtues and things like that. We talk about Bushido a lot, which is the Japanese samurai version of that. But historically and traditionally, warriors, real ones, are also intellectuals and students.
Yes.
Samurai were known for their artistic endeavors, writing poetry, calligraphy,
yes,
painting.
It's actually
gardening.
It's actually one of the things I love about anime.
Yes.
Anime gets this right all the time.
Yeah.
Like whenever you look, even if you're watching something like Naruto, like whoever his senseis are gonna have some type of artistic endeavor. Either they're a writer or they're a painter, or they do what do you call the Japanese gardens? They do Zen gardens.
Oh, Zen, yeah.
Like they're doing something artistic, something that's always something based in meditation, always something based on being
something that's to express your ethos.
Yes.
You're striving for perfection, never reaching it, but we're always working towards it. And I don't get that vibe from any of the things we're talking about.
Bro, it ain't even a vibe. Like you don't see that shit at all. It don't even matter.
But the thing is, that language, because you were talking about the scene from Gladiator where Marcus Aurelius is talking to his who's the it was Joaquin Phoenix, but what character was he playing in the movie? He wasn't playing Nero.
I don't remember.
I don't think Nero was Marcus Aurelius' son either, but
let me see. What was his son's name? Commodus.
Okay, so Commodus, yeah. So he's talking to Commodus, and but then you got Maximus, who is really his choice to be a successor.
Yes,
which they gleaned over some historical things there, but whatever. But they're speaking. Maximus and Marcus Aurelius are speaking this language, this virtuous warrior language that Commodus can't utilize.
Yes,
right. But what's comical throughout the movie is Commodus is trying to use that language to speak to the masses.
Yes,
which is why you have the gladiator games, and you see him performative sword practicing, wearing the super fancy armor, white with the gold armor on it.
Of course,
his horses, he rides it on the chariot with all the pomp behind him. Marcus just kind of walks in after everybody's done. I mean, Maximus kind of walks in after everybody's done. Like that language, though, like there's an unwritten, unspoken language between people who focus on those things.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
The warrior.
You can pick up on it.
Here we go. The warrior mindset.
That's why I called it that. It seems real cheesy, but.
Like, I feel like there's an attack on the warrior mindset right now, Gene.
I don't take it as an attack. Oh, I got you from the, yes. Well,
yeah,
from the world.
Talk about the warrior ethos. No, I don't know who cares about Gene and Shakisa's opinion, but I can tell you right now, the warrior ethos ain't that shit. Like, if you're trying to live by the warrior ethos, and let's be clear, and a warrior ethos that has been around and established for centuries. Every culture has, just like we talked about Japanese culture, it's the same when you talk about South African culture, it's the same when you talk about Igbo culture, when you talk about Native Americans. Every culture, particularly ancient ones, have a name for this same warrior mindset.
They do.
And at the center of it, I don't care what culture you go to, it ain't being a badass.
No. That's a fringe benefit.
It's a fringe benefit. It is being or striving to be. That's the other thing about the warrior mindset. It's daily striving to be.
Yeah.
It's not even, you won't even find any warriors in history that's going to say I am unless they're a fraud.
Right.
The warriors in history that are following the warrior mindset are saying I'm striving to be every day.
And they damn sure aren't going to tell you what they're going to do.
No.
They just do it.
They're living by it every morning.
Yeah.
And every night they're thinking, let me try again tomorrow. Right. And those four virtues are at the center of it. And here's the other thing. And I know you understand this. Everything that, whether you're talking about fighting, any type of warrior technique, sword training, all of that stuff are branches. They're not even at the center. They're all branches off of a root. Like Again, that's what made me think about the movie. Is like, oh, this guy is Commodus. He's like, I know there are 4 virtues. I have other virtues, Father. Like what? Like
That's
you're just gonna make up your own? No, it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
And whether you're talking about real life, politics, business, I remember this. I like using this line in the first Doctor Strange movie. I can't remember Chiwetel Ejiofor's character's name, but he was trying to warn Doctor Strange's character about continuously breaking the rules when it comes to the balance of the universe. And he said to him, "The bill comes due." All warriors understand that. Bill comes due. Whether it's today, next week, 6 months, a year, you keep slipping and sliding over that line.
The man said it. FAFO.
All right. Okay. The bill comes due. It's just how the universe works. And those of us who do practice the warrior mindset have known that. And the ones before us have known it for centuries.
And that's what I meant by that's what it was, a long-winded way of getting
think
there.
about that till you said it.
This will be a nice little mini episode. We're talking about Hegseth addressed to the generals and leaders and stuff, and I love the comparison of Commodus versus Maximus from the movie, because he's trying to use that language to these men and women
like a suit, like you can just put it on.
He's performing the language, but he's not really living the language. Even like the workouts and things. A lot of these, a lot of these dudes it's been, it's not just these guys, but we've always had this, but where they're like putting up video of their workouts and stuff like that. And anybody who, so they do Murph, the Murph workout. And I saw a video of, I forget which one it was. It wasn't Hegseth has one where he's got his workout out there. Yeah, with the troops or whatever. And he famously does PT with the troops and stuff like that. I think it's like a morale thing. And I'm trying to be very careful because I don't want to upset anyone who's in the military, but anyone who is using their workout performatively. I had a whole podcast about this, how people use the Murph workout to sort of signal that they're virtuous and they work out and stuff.
Yeah, we had this conversation actually about Zuckerberg and some of the guys that are now
using it as a. But if you're gonna put that stuff out there, and then if there's anyone in the world who legitimately works out, and in your video you're not doing full range workout motions. You're not doing full range push-ups. You're not doing full range pull-ups. And what I mean by that is a push-up that's from the floor, arms all the way out, pull up all the way from a dead hang, all the way up. If you're kind of half doing this shit and these little like that, anybody who really works out looks at that and goes, "You're a fool.
You're an idiot.
This is stupid."
Yes.
Because you're trying to use this language to have me respect you.
So similar to Commodus and Maximus.
Yes.
Like I want to perform. I want to put on a costume for show. But then I want to take it off at night.
Or I want to go here and do some shit
that
I want to do for me.
Right. And then when people see me, that's not how the warrior mindset works, which is all Marcus Aurelius was trying to tell him in the conversation. Like the 4 virtues, you don't have them.
You either have them or you don't.
You either have them or you don't.
You do them when no one's around.
You do them when no one's around.
You do it when you don't get credit for it.
Yes. Because it ain't about the credit. It's about your personal conviction.
That's right.
You have to be personally convicted. Without a personal conviction wrapped around those 4 virtues. Not like having them over on the side that I'm going to visit 3 times a week. Without that, it's Commodus working out with those 4 soldiers with that purple shit on in the woods so everybody can see and hear him in the morning. It's all performative. Him coming out to fight Maximus with the white and gold outfit on. That's all this is. And to me, what really, really irks me is I think about my son who's 13, and I think about all this conversation right now in the US about how boys are, getting amputated and all this other kind of stuff. And I think, like, man, why are we blurring the lines for them? And then on the other hand, I think, man, how we are spitting in the face of all of those that actually toed the line when it came to real leadership, when it came to being a stand-up individual.
Mhm.
And this energy is the energy, that confusion energy, whether we want to admit it or not. And I can't stand talk about public politics in a public forum, but whether we want to admit it or not, if you read books, if you know anything about history, these are the straight lines to fascism, autocratism.
They are.
It's a straight line. Dictatorship, because you want to cause confusion so that everybody can turn to you. I don't want you to know what a stand-up guy is.
Yeah.
Because if you know what a stand-up guy is, you won't listen to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not speaking the same language anymore.
Yeah. So if I can confuse you on what warrior mindset means, then you won't listen to Gene. Fuck his black belts.
Mm-hmm.
They don't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm. We all got one.
Because we all got one.
Anybody can go to Amazon and order one.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
But the other real black belts know. When you walk in the room, we can tell instantly.
The bill
the bill comes due. All right, I got to bring this one thing up. Let's move on to the AI stuff. But
please.
It's interesting.
I got time today.
It's interesting you mentioned the purple cloak.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about reading Marcus Aurelius, and he has a quote that I don't, anything Marcus Aurelius wrote, it's like 3 different language translations now 100%. To English. It's some other dude. Yeah. But don't be dyed purple is one of his quotes. And I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this until recently. That the color purple in those times was a color that was very hard to get. Like they had to go through a very extensive process.
That makes sense.
To make the color purple. So only very, very, very wealthy individuals had purple.
Which is why it represented royalty back then.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it became synonymous with wealth and power. Mm-hmm. And so he always reminded himself, don't be dyed purple. Which I love, like when you put it into a little bit of like historic perspective, like that color purple and there's other history associated with the color purple, but that in particular, like don't be dyed purple. It's just such it's pretty powerful. And then when we think about somebody like Hegseth speaking or attempting to speak this language on such a pedestrian level, it's like when you first get into anything, you're sort of drawn. Like when you first start getting into fitness, the fitness world, the CrossFit world, and martial arts world, and UFC and fighting. I've seen it. When you first start, you graduate. I mean, you are sort of pulled to these lower level concerns. With it. You know what I mean? And that's really what it felt like.
We were talking about
he was using that stuff.
Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah.
Hey man, why'd you come here today? I saw him kick somebody's ass. I want to kick some ass too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's that level. I have a lot of people. I actually have a dude that quit training with me, and it was like a year or so later. I ran into him, and just grabbed a coffee and was talking with him. I was like, man, let me just ask you, why'd you quit? He's like, well, I thought that after 2 or 3 months, I should be able to kick somebody's ass, and I just wasn't yet. I kept getting, basically he's saying just kept getting his ass handed to him in sparring class.
Yeah.
And he just thought after a couple of months he should be a badass. And it's like but we're concerned with that level early on. But then as you gain experience and you've done this for a long time, you realize like it ain't about that stuff. That's just the price of admission. The real stuff is everything else. It's the non-tactile, it's the way we can communicate. It's like all the stuff.
The way you conduct yourself.
Yeah, and then how you carry that ability outside of the school and all that stuff. Like it just becomes all those things. And
it's all discipline.
I've spoken to a friend of mine who's a Green Beret about that in the past couple of days, and like it just didn't hit.
No. In fact,
just didn't hit. On the surface, it does, and you will hear
if
some people that are for it,
but will hit the people that have the mindset of the guy that quit.
Yeah, you're right.
Those are the guys that hear that and go, yeah.
I just think
because they have an idea of what it is. They don't know.
Mm-mm.
And we talk about this when we're talking about business owners. Like there's knowing, and then there's I have an idea. Yeah. They're two completely different worlds. When
they call that the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yes.
It's like the peak amount stupid. Like after just a little bit of time, you feel like you know everything because you've learned so much so fast. But the longer you're in the trenches doing the thing, you realize I don't know shit.
Whether you want to accept it or not, what will always remain true is experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
You have to live it. I told you before on this podcast, one of my favorite quotes by my Aunt Marie, she's 85 now, is you want to know life, you have to live life.
Yeah.
It don't work no other way. Experience is the best teacher. You want to know something?
Yeah.
You have to do something. And you can't take the advice of people that have never done the thing. You can listen to their commentary, right? Which is one of the things I really like now about sports commentary. Particularly, I'm a soccer fan. I also watch football, basketball. I don't watch too much baseball, but I see it in the baseball world too. Like the commentary, the sports commentators now are more than likely to be somebody who played before.
They should be.
Which I thought it should always be that way. Because they're always going to see things and think about things and listen to things. Even when you watch, I don't know if you were a Ted Lasso fan. When they brought, I forgot the name of the guy that used to curse all the time. When he became a commentator, he was just like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, like you've never done this. You don't know. You have no idea. You can't talk about that.
Yeah.
And that, experience is always going to be the best teacher. And you have to live it, and it is disrespectful to those that have lived it.
It is. It's funny. It's a little sidebar, little wormhole, rabbit hole here. But I know you did some boxing and stuff. But I just watched a video this morning, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Because the guy was talking about he was talking about
that should be a gift or a meme.
He was talking about boxing, and his video was like the top. I'm gonna slaughter it, but it was like the top 3 things that he hates that people are teaching and fighting now, whatever. But he was talking about throwing the hook. He was like, if you're ever in a gym and they tell you you can only ever throw your hook like this, or you can only ever throw your hook like that, or like this, then just say, okay, make your adjustments and get the hell out, because that person that does really has no real experience outside of the 1, 2, 3s that they've been shown.
Yeah. Now, and this is what I really dislike, and here's another segue over into the social media world. We want to get there. It's one of the things I really dislike about the everybody has a microphone and a platform space.
Yeah,
is the muddying of the rules. When you learn how to box, I'm sure it's the same way in martial art. There is a basic form that you build everything from. It's the same way with the hook.
You have to,
right? When you learn a hook, you are going to learn to have your elbow a certain way. You're going to learn to twist your hip and your feet for the motion, because the motion is going to come from your feet and your body, not really from your arm, right? It's just carrying the force. However, that's just to teach you to move.
That's right.
We have to build from there. Like, I'm just giving you the foundation. I'm not giving you the end all be all. But if you can master this, then I can take you to step 1, because this is just 0.
That's right.
Right. You got to get 0 right.
Once you never hit a person yet.
Then you can go to 1, and then 2, and then 5, and then 10. Right. But what happens is in the social media world, this becomes, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, I'm good.
I got it.
I took 3 classes.
I watched the video.
I started a boxing podcast.
Yeah. I started a workout video. That's all I need to know. Because this guy, he has 14 million views.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Shit.
He has to know something about something. He knows something about paid advertising.
Yeah, he knows about the algorithm. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the